Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Now, are you interested about migration to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to our channel? So once we have all the update and insight, you'll be the first one of getting all the informations. Now, in this video, I would like to discuss questions that I have been periodically asked in regards whether should be choosing 1AA of the business innovation stream or choosing 1AA over the investor stream for business innovation and investment visa. So if you are someone who has been putting investment for many years, or you have been building a business, you are a business owner, you might consider to actually migrate to Australia, predominantly for the reason of children's educations. And a way to actually migrate is through the business innovation visa. Now, there are two streams generally that we are picking between A and B. A is business innovation and B is the investor stream. So what are the differences? So today I'm gonna tell you and explain about the difference between the two, and also what has been the most preferred in comparison to over the past in year of 2020 and 2021. So now the first one I would like to go through is the investor stream, which is 1AA. It's generally known of more about the investor into government bond. So it's an easy way to explain, an easy way to understand. So investing to government bond, you'll be able to access to migration pathway for permanent residency purpose. Now, in a way of doing this, that you are required to pass a background check and criteria, should I say, required to demonstrate that you have been at least managed your investment portfolio for at least 3 years, and also that portfolio has to be above 1.5 million Australian dollars. And also in conjunctions that within all these criteria, you're required to meet an personal asset that including you and your spouse altogether of above 2.25 million Australian dollars. Now, if that wasn't too hard, all you're required to do once you pass that criteria, you're required to invest 1.5 Australian dollars into a state government bond in order for you to actually gain what they're going to give you is a temporary visa of 4 years and 3 months. And upon the maturity of the actual bond, you will then be invited to apply and become a permanent resident of Australia. So that's for investor stream. Now, the other one is the 1AA, which is the business innovation stream. Now, the interesting part is that the investor stream, they got a happy businessman here, but the business innovation one doesn't have a happy man there. They just don't have any picture there. I'm not too sure whether or not that meant something, but anyhow, the business innovation stream is considered to be a much easier stream upon the background check. So background require that you have been conducting business activities, you're a business owner, and for at least 2 years. And these 2 years have an annual turnover of above $500,000 Australian dollars. And also in conjunction, you're required to show that you have a personal asset, including you and your spouse, of above 800,000 Aussie dollars. So if you look at these two, the background check for 1AA is much easier than 1AA, which requires to demonstrate more of the investment portfolios, and also an asset-wise, you're required to demonstrate to have about $2.25 million compared to 800,000 in 1AA. However, let's talk about the comparison of how in the past years. Obviously, we've been through a year of virus, but in 2020 and the first quarter of 2021, my experience and what I have seen, predominantly most businessmen and investors have preferred 1AA-B over 1AA-A. Now, the major reason is this. If you're a businessman or you have been heavily involved into your investments, perhaps you're more keen to actually not to do any more business anymore once you migrate, because a lot of businessmen or a lot of investors they foresee getting a visa in Australia is towards their retirements, and also they want to enjoy more and spend more time with their families and kids, obviously taking kids to school, and spend more time with the family. So picking up A or B, a lot of businessman investors will then prefer 1AA-B, putting in a government bond. I'm not saying that no one actually picked 1AA-A, but there are still some. So my estimation on my previous records, I think 2/3 pick 1AA-B and 1/3 pick 1AA-A, and 1AA-A obviously require you to actually establish and getting a business, another business in Australia, and obviously you're required to manage and grow the business in order to meet the state criteria. Generally is about you need to invest 200K at least, and the business is required to turn over annually above 400,000, and a lot of other investment as well in there. So then obviously you need to put a lot of efforts in there, although the criteria background required by 1AA-A is much easier, but then you're required to spend more time, more efforts, understand the cultural differences, taxation in Australia, and the business advantage for that particular region. And then obviously, as an entrepreneur, you need to spend a lot of time to build the business. So you probably lose a lot of time out to actually be with your family. I think that's the major thing. So in this video, I would like to share with you of what I have seen and what me and a lot of people had experienced, and share this with you. Now, are you the type of 1AA person, or are you the type of 1AA-B person? Why don't you leave a comment right down below? Thank you for watching. I see you next video. Goodbye.